So we've got to look at all these documents.
Okay.
Or have we we haven't searched the bodies or anything yet either.
We haven't done anything.
They haven't done anything. No. You've killed the soldiers, and then you talked to the counselor, and that's where we ended.
I want to loot the mind flayer. I'm not exactly sure where his body is, but I want to.
It's over there. It's over there, relatively close to the teleportation circle, kind of further towards the windows. So you start rifling through the mind flayer's pockets, and you find you find a couple of papers, pieces of parchment. It's got strange writing on them. Do you understand Abyssal?
Don't believe so. I only know Common and Dwarvish. Roscoe, you ever seen these markings? And I hand him the papers.
Nope.
Abyssal it is.
Maybe Cavendell speaks this language. He seems pretty smart. What do you say, Roscoe?
Let's go see. We need to go check. Guess we need to loot these holy defenders. Waste not, want not, right?
Waste not, want not.
Yeah. I remember you telling me last session, Matt, that we can't use the Holy Defender's armor as armor, right?
Well, okay,
like
so
it's tore up.
Right. So typically, whenever something is dead or has been killed in battle and was wearing armor, unless it's a special kind of armor, the armor's been broken because that's how they died.
Right.
Was their armor was sundered and something went through them. Now you might find something where where maybe their head was chopped off and their armor wasn't damaged. But
right.
Typically, armor is going to have been broken in the fight.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean
So
you
I was
can't
just
take
thinking
it,
maybe.
But
Right. I was thinking maybe grab a good set of armor in case I needed to pose a Holy Defender to get somewhere or something like that. But if there's not any armor worth taking, just even for like a disguise, then I'm not going to bother.
Yeah. So you take a look around, and all of the Holy Defenders, the ones in here, the ones out in the hallway, all of them, it was a vicious fight. Their armor is completely brutalized. Maybe salvageable, but definitely no good pieces of armor that you can just take and have ready to use.
Right. My last question is, when we broke the amplifier,
Yeah.
did it disintegrate? Are there little glowing magic shards laying around that I can pick up, or is there?
So you pick up these pieces of glass, and now that the essence from the inside of the orb has kind of dissipated into the air and just gone, it seems like this was just a very finely crafted glass orb.
So the glass that I pick up has no magical property, just glass.
From what you can tell right now, it's just glass.
Okay.
Were you wanting to rifle through the bodies of the Holy Defenders? I didn't really ask for clarity on that.
If I can
If
see
Ross
any
goes over at the table, then I can go to the bodies. They were
Okay.
down here.
So after basically going through all of the bodies, you have a pile of about 100 coins. And Roscoe, you said you're going through the all the papers and stuff on the desks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to try to find something about the. You said there's a tunnel?
Yeah. Roll investigation. All right. So you start kind of just. The first thing you do is you take a look at everything that's kind of on top, all the books and parchments that are on top, and you see that there's a lot of books open, a lot of pieces of parchment just kind of scattered around, notes written on here and there, a lot of it in common. One in particular, written in Elvish. Can you read Elvish?
Mm-mm.
No. You do recognize that it's Elvish, though. That there's it looks like a recipe for a spell.
Can I do an Arcana check on that?
Yeah.
See if I can see what kind of spell it is.
Okay. Yeah. Easily enough, you recognize that this looks like it looked like an address, so it looks like a teleportation spell.
Okay. Is that the only thing I find?
There's a lot of other stuff there, but it's just going to take you a little bit more time to a bit harder of an investigation to really find what you're looking at, just because there's so much here that you're finding stuff that's like, that's not important, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
I can't read that.
Okay.
Bishop, what are you doing?
Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna move these 2 rugs, just see if there's any trapdoors or anything.
Okay. Yeah, you do easily enough. They're kind of heavy, but you're very strong. You're used to rolling barrels of explosives into packs of goblins. So I mean, these rugs are no big deal at all. It's just cleaner stone underneath.
I guess I want to kind of wave Jarvik over and Bishop Balin and show them this scroll, because I know they both are magic users.
Users.
As well. I just want to see if they, and Jarvik's half elf, right? So
he is.
He probably knows what it says.
Yeah. So you hand the scroll to Jarvik. He takes it from you and takes a look at it, and he says, "This is a teleportation spell for sure." He kind of turns around and he looks at the teleportation circle over to the eastern side of the room, and he nods towards it and he says, "The symbols on here are laid out there. It looks like this is a specific scroll for that circle."
Does that mean we use that scroll to get back to this teleportation circle, or we use the scroll to access this one to leave, to go somewhere?
I think that this is an outbound teleportation spell.
Any idea where to?
Not a clue.
So do we take it?
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm thinking maybe if we all get inside of the circle, we'll go together. But, I mean, it might just try and fuse us all together into a nasty chimera.
Anything could
I do
happen.
recall similar magic replacing my mind in somebody else's body, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. But I'm down to try it if you think we got everything we need here. I am curious, though, since we destroyed the amplifier, do you think that everybody that was being mind controlled down in the city, you think they're back to normal?
Not sure. That's a good question. I think while we're here, we might as well try this thing.
All right, let's try it.
Because, I mean, we're not going to be back at this circle again, probably.
Did you want to look, spend any more time on the desks, or are you good?
I'm going to try to, yeah, I guess I'd like to take another quick look around before I go over there.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll investigation.
And I'm going to tell them to help me look.
Okay. Well, hang on. Okay, so roll again and just take the higher of the two for advantage. Don't give yourself advantage on this one. Just roll another one and take the higher. Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
Because I don't see anything. I just like push
that-
stuff off the desk.
I'm gonna investigate this like stuff over here. I'm
Okay.
not necessarily at that desk over there though.
Sure.
So try to do this where it rolls once. Oh,
Ooh. This
I
guy.
see all the cracks and dust and everything over here.
When you approach the this kind of shelf series, a system of shelves, various items on here. Looks like small orbs. There's a lot of writing utensils and writing like supplies, extra pieces of parchment and quills and ink pots. There's magnifying glasses and other various devices that look like they're kind of studious. There's an assortment of different kinds of scales. It looks like there's charts for charting the stars. Interesting stuff that you haven't really seen a whole lot of before. However, catching your eye over to the side, and kind of tucked away, is a bundled bit of parchment, or actually is a collection of pieces of parchment that is different, noticeably different from all the others. It's not like spare parchment. This was used and then rolled up and put over here.
Okay, I'm gonna reach out for the parchment and see what it is.
Okay. When you unroll it, you start to read it, and this is written in common. You realize that these are written plans, and it looks like similar writing, like penmanship, quality of penmanship that you've seen in other documents around the academy. And these are detailed plans to that basically involve how the academy was taken. It was taken over. The minds of everyone at the academy was taken over by the construction of this psi amplifier, and then using an underground tunnel to get to basically a house over, or a building over in what used to be just another ordinary district in Glendale, but now is called the District of Blight. They were able to, the only way to access this tunnel is to teleport there. And so you take this tunnel and you go up through the floor of this building, and that's where they were able to access that building underground without being detected by anybody, and that's where they opened the portal. And it looks like these were written by humanoid beings. It doesn't look like, I mean, this is common, and it doesn't look like the penmanship of the Mind Flayer, the parchments on the Mind Flayer.
I'm gonna clear a spot out on the desk in front of me and just tell Roscoe to come look at this, and just say, I think I've got some information about the tunnel, and then I'll just kind of lay it out on the desk. Did you say that there were the plans for like the creation of the orb were also in this?
Yes.
Or just like the plans to use it?
Both.
Okay. Roscoe, I think we probably need to destroy this after we get done using it, but if there's any information you want to get out of this, go ahead. But we can't have somebody get these plans and read them and, go through all this again. So I'm saying we destroy this, but if you want to take a look at it, then you're more than welcome to look at.
Alrighty. I would like to walk over to this table and take a look what he's laid out.
Okay.
As soon as he gets over there, I'm just going to kind of reiterate what you were saying and just be like, these papers, they say that there's a tunnel. To get to the tunnel, we got to use that portal. We may end up going back into the District of Blight. So if we're going to take that tunnel, we need to make sure we're ready for whatever is on the other side. So
I agree. We should probably rest and make sure.
Immediately at this point, a rush of like a commotion just bursts into action from over to the east. As soon as you draw your attention to the sound of the noise, you see, to your surprise, a man in robes, and his robes have been tattered and torn. He looks completely disheveled, and like his features are very sunken in. His hair is a complete mess. Part of it's been like his hair is very patchy, and he's scrambling to get away from a very large, almost insectoid-looking creature that is making very incredibly hideous and it's almost rupturing your eardrums. The sound that this is making. Think of the cicada, however you say that word. That sound, but just amplified by 100. And that's the sound that's filling the room right now. But this robed guy is scrambling very like with everything that he's got to get away from this thing.
Ugh. He's got hair.
And I need you guys to roll initiative.
I'm initiatized.
So this robed guy, he makes it basically to the edge of the teleportation circle, and he screams in agony, raising his hands up to his ears, and falls to his knees, and just from there his eyes roll back to the back of his head, and he falls over. The insectoid moves over to his fallen prey and makes an attack. Okay. So the insectoid walks over to the robed man and just drives the long pointed needle coming from its nose, coming from its face, just completely through the man, who wakes up very abruptly and immediately from the pain and from being run through by this needle, but then just falls limp again, and this time his eyes are open, and blood is just pouring through this gaping wound. At this point, the insectoid looks up and it sees the three of you standing over to the side, and he starts making his way over to you. 45, 50. Oop. Yeah, I think that's right. All right, so the creature, like, he jumps up and his wings flutter and he flies over and lands kind of right there in front of the altar.
Okay. I'm going to jump up onto this table.
Okay. That'll be like an extra 5 feet.
Okay. So I still have 5 more.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would like to. I have 2 level 3 spells left. I'm gonna fireball this thing.
Okay, good. And where are you putting this?
His forehead. Dying.
Okay, so he succeeded on his saving throw.
Man. Okay. Let's see here. I still roll damage just as half, right?
Yep. Okay, so the fire damage washes over. You see the insectoid kind of duck, and it so it still gets burned by this spell, but because it was able to brace itself, it negated much of the damage. What you're able to see, Roscoe, is that when this happens, the flames touch its outer shell, and while some of them, connect to its body, for the most part, it just kind of like skids over and washes over.
I see. Okay.
Well, in addition to this, you see the corner of the bookcase closest to the door catch fire.
As a bonus action, I'm going to ignite my pickaxe.
Okay.
And did I notice that the flames seem to not burn it as bad as what we thought it was going to do?
Roll perception. You get the blast radius. You saw that, because of the explosion, you really what you saw was that this thing was engulfed in flame. But then, after the flames dissipated, it kind of leaps back up to his feet, and so you kind of gather, okay, it must have seen that coming and embraced itself.
Okay. I am going to zoom in so I can see the little squares. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Move right there.
Okay. As you get closer, the sound that it's making kind of from its wings is this. So this drone is getting much louder, almost unbearably loud.
All right, as I'm attacking with a witch bolt, witch bolt.
Okay.
I'm just gonna yell for everybody to stay back. Oh wait, I can't use witch bolt. Its range is 30 feet, and I'm 40 feet away. I'm going to chromatic orb.
Okay.
Yeah, 90 feet. Okay. Going to chromatic orbit.
Okay. Okay. Yep. This little orb of what kind of damage are you going with?
Poison.
Okay.
Wait, can I do poison? Yeah, I can. Okay. Just make sure.
Okay. So this little orb of poison damage, or this little orb of poison magic, just flies towards the this insectoid. It hits it square in the head. The orb just kind of almost like a water balloon of poison, and it just kind of rubs off. There's zero reaction from the creature.
Oh snap!
Okay, I need to roll a death save for this guy. Okay. And Jarvik is going to run away. Actually, he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I think. Yeah. Just go around towards the back there. Target the thing. And he's going to do a... after seeing the poison... let's see, I need to make a perception check for him. Not really seeing that the fire didn't have as much of an effect. He's going to cast a chromatic orb at 3rd level. Even though he didn't see the fire not having an effect, he misses with his orb. It leaps up into the air again and flies over to Bishop Balin and lands. Raises its needle nose and goes for a stab at you, Bishop. It successfully lands that hit. So you take 15 piercing damage, and as that needle goes through your armor, you feel a spreading, almost like cancerous, just death spreading through your body. And you take an additional 22 necrotic damage for a total of 37. Let's see. Okay. Roscoe.
Okay.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw. The droning at this point, at this range, is so loud and terrible that you just cannot concentrate, and you're feeling this sound is causing your eyes almost to go black. And Roscoe, you fall unconscious.
Alrighty. Solves that problem.
Bishop, you also need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
The droning gets so loud in your head, and it just this is worse than the psi amplifier. But seeing Roscoe fall, seeing the robed man just get pierced, and you seeing him, watching him, die out, to bleed out on the floor over there, you shake off the droning sound, and you focus more on the fact that this thing needs to die. And you negate the effects of the sound.
Is it an action to drink my potion of... Is it replenishment or refreshment?
A potion of replenishment, yeah.
And what does that do exactly?
It gives you the effects of a long rest.
And what type of action do I use to drink it? An action or a bonus action?
I'm going to say it's a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, as oh my goodness. Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm gonna drink my potion.
Okay.
As my action, I'm going to swing my pickaxe.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Okay, roll damage.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so you bring your pickaxe down, both hands, driving in 9 solid damage into the insectoid. It reels at its its body being mined. A couple of fire damage being added to just for flavor, but it still shrugs off a good bit of that fire damage. Go and make your second attack. Okay, that's another hit. Roll your damage. Okay, so 8 piercing damage.
There it goes.
Okay, cool.
My bad.
And so then, as your pickaxe goes in the second time, and dealing a few more bits of fire damage, just for good measure. The insectoid just kind of bears down on its legs and points its pointed nose up at you.
Okay, and then I'm gonna action surge. These melee swings are not working for me. I'm gonna drop my pickaxe, and I'm gonna reach up and try to grab its like legs. Is it flying above me? But I'm gonna try to knock and grasp it and see if I can bug zap this big ass mosquito.
Okay.
So I'm gonna drop my pickaxe. I'm gonna try to grab it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shock and grasp.
Okay.
It's a melee touch attack.
Okay. Touch him. Nice. Yep, that'll do it. Roll them damages. Okay. The lightning. It's lightning damage, right? Yeah. The lightning surges over the chat or the insectoid, and you see a lot of the lightning go into the body where you're touching this guy. Where did you grab him, by the way?
If he was flying above me, I was just gonna like try to grab his legs.
No, he's landed.
If he was landed, then I would either just grab whatever's closest, his legs, or if his big needle is pointing at me, then I would have grabbed the the needle.
All right. Yeah. So you grab the needle then, and you see part of it go into his face, and he winces from that. But then a lot of it just kind of courses over his body, and then like kind of arcs off.
And then bonus action that I get, I'm gonna summon my pickaxe back to my hand.
Okay. Let's see.
This thing knows all my playbook moves, man. It knows the fire, it knows the poison, it knows the lightning.
Okay. You hear, all three of you hear the man over laying on the ground kind of splutter a little bit. He's still alive, and groaning, but he's losing a lot of blood. But looks like he's fighting hard to hang on to dear life. Okay, so Jarvik is going to move up here, and he's going to fire another chromatic orb at 3rd level, and miss again. I'm gonna do Tides of Chaos. You're supposed to do it before you roll the attack, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I'm the DM.
Do it and roll high.
And didn't do it. Okay. Well, so suddenly, then
we got some wild magic going on.
Okay. Awesome. Bishop, you see 2 chromatic orbs fly past your head, completely missing the bug. You turn around and see where it came from, and you see Jarvik has suddenly grown a very large beard made entirely of feathers.
Oh, that's useful.
You're just kind of looking at you like, what? You don't need to remake your saving throw because you succeeded, and you're just really focused on you're able, now that you've overcome that droning sound, you've got that on lock. You feel like you can continue to block that out. It will try to stab you though. Since you grabbed its horn, it's gonna just try to needle you as well as it can, and it does. Okay. Again, the needle just connects with. It goes straight into the upper part of your chest. You take 13 damage from the pierce. you've been hit harder by piercing damage. You've hit yourself harder in the shins than this. That doesn't exactly hurt, but man, does the death feeling of whatever is it's injecting into you just is infecting your whole body and especially your vital organs, taking 26 more necrotic damage, just causing you to stumble.
We need to invest in some earplugs next time we're at the general store.
Man, I really debated on either taking my first turn to get a candle out and make some balls of wax to put in my ears, but I shot him with a fireball and it didn't do anything.
It did 5 damage.
Hey, well, at least you tried one thing. I've tried 3 things. My 3 go-tos. Not a single one has worked.
Oh,
He hasn't
everybody's doing
bathed
better
in
than
my
Jarvis.
flames. He hasn't bathed in my poison. He hasn't bathed in my lightning.
He's just not one to bathe, dude.
Okay, yeah. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, this is at the end of your turn, but you suddenly awaken, and this droning sound is just awful. But you're laying on the ground, and so I'm going to get rid of this. But you wake up from this, and you look up and see that Bishop has been is almost kind of hunched over, flaming pickaxe in his hands, and going toe to toe with this giant bug.
Okay, swinging my pickaxe.
Okay. Nice.
Ooh!
That'll hit. Roll some damage.
I'm getting so close to fruit. So close.
Good damage.
And then the fire.
Mm-hmm. Wow! The pickaxe just drives in and rips out part of the flesh from this demon and from this demon bug, and this ooze just starts pouring out of this wound that you've created.
Okay, second attack.
Yep. Nice. Root him damages.
Ugh. That was a 1.
Okay, sweet. A second pickaxe swing comes in, coming from your left side, and that's basically the side that you were stabbed in. You wince as you swing, landing your attack, but not being able to drive it in as hard as you would have liked to because of the pain and wincing from where you were stabbed. Okay. You see the humanoid or the humanoid over to the eastern side of the room. When he tried to as he coughed up blood, he's starting to go silent again. Not making any more noise. Hard to hear anyways because of the sound of this bug. Jarvik's up, and he's going to Tides of Chaos and get advantage on another chromatic orb. And we hit this time. Hey.
Very nice.
Let's see. What do we
Don't choose poison.
Do you say that?
Metagame, I'm saying it, but I would be too focused, and I haven't been with Jarvik enough to know like what he would be casting much, so I probably wouldn't give him the heads up.
Okay. Well, he's going to make it acid. So this chromatic orb just acid damage just washing over it. It reels and screeches. This wings flutter, and as part of its skin begins to boil and burn away. And now we need to roll on the Wild Magic Surge. Okay, Bishop, as you see this happen, you're immediately filled with a newfound vigor and newfound your morale's been boosted as you glance over your shoulder to look at Jarvik, knowing exactly that's where that came from. You don't see him. Okay.
Good.
Okay. Bishop.
Before you roll damage.
Before
you roll damage.
Okay.
I want to use one of my luck rolls.
All right.
Because it says I could spend 1 luck point when an attack roll is made against me,
Mm-hmm.
and I roll a d20, and then I choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or my roll.
Okay.
So, and since I've just done the refreshment, I've got all 3 luck rolls back.
Okay. So roll a d20. It rolled a 16.
I would rather it have the 10.
Okay. What's your AC? 17?
My AC is 17, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. With its bonus, it does not hit you. So it goes in for the needle attack, and you go, and it last second it just curves right back, right up, right past your shoulder and your ear, and just you feel it. You blink and you realize I just lucked out.
Yeah.
And it leans back and its wings flutter suddenly, and knowing that something bad just happened.
I'd like to move here.
Well, actually, you can't move there because you used half your movement to get up.
I guess I'll use the rest of my movement to get my hand crossbow.
I'm sorry. I think it's actually rounded down, so you've got 15 feet. I'm sorry.
I still can't reach him, I don't think. Well,
it says you can. Yep.
If you're there, you're touching the corner.
Yep.
okay, and I'm gonna use inspiration as well. I want to try to like stab where I see the goo coming out from where he hit it.
Yeah.
I want to try to stab my rapier like right up in there.
Okay.
So I'm getting rid of my inspiration. I click advantage. I've got him targeted. And I roll my rapier.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Nice.
Your rapier goes in, comes back out. You're sprayed with all this goo, gunk, and the chasme like teeters left and right, and it kneels close to the floor, and its wings flutter and flutter again. Its nose comes up, first at you, Roscoe, then back to you, Bishop, and is kind of going slowly back and forth, and it stays on its feet.
Ooh. And as a bonus action, I will clear my targets. Target Bishop Balin and Healing Word.
Okay.
My last first level spell slot. I know that's not a lot compared to the 700 damage she does every time.
Hey, when I'm taking that much necrotic damage, anything's gonna help. Alright, so I'm gonna look over to Roscoe, give him a nod for the healing power I just felt, and then say to him, "Let's end this." And I look back at the big mosquito, and I'm gonna swing, and I'm gonna use luck.
That'll do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, he's so lucky, dude.
Damn it. I've only got one left.
Okay, go and roll your fire as well. Nice.
Ugh,
1.
double ones.
So your pickaxe comes down. The acid is kind of burning into the wounds, had kind of burned into the wounds that you had created, and then you're bringing it further in, your pickaxe, and it it connects in the most satisfying way, driving in all the way to the hilt, the shaft of the axe, and satisfying crunch as you pull it back out, and the giant mosquito just slumps to the ground, and the drone stops. Your ears are ringing, and its wings flutter slightly before kind of just in a jagged way stopping all movement and kind of just crumpling to the floor in just a very grotesque angles, and the creature stops moving.